Hey guys, welcome to Cryptopumpz. Today I have the honor of having Kaptain with me, Kaspy's owner. Um, so since the KRC20 launched, there's been 1,191 KRC20 tokens launched, but none of them have a backstory like Caspy. I think it makes it very unique. If you don't mind, you're probably sick of telling the story, Kaptain. Could you tell us the story once more?
Yeah, no, no problem, no problem. Thanks for having me, by the way, and thanks for doing
No
this so
problem.
early. Um, yeah, so the story, it's a good story, man, and it started 2 years back. I was actually in my car. I was on my way to the airport, and on my way there, I just saw this little black thing sitting by the road, and when I had a closer look, I noticed it was a cat, and so I just stopped my car. I went there, and unfortunately, it was quite bad. I didn't think she'll make it, but uh, I don't want to go too explicit because it was bad. It was bad. I don't want to
Okay.
go into too explicit things, but I just rushed her to the vet. They had a good look at her, and you probably can hear her meowing in the background.
You
Um,
can, yeah.
yeah, and they rushed it. I rushed it to the vets, and they did an amazing job. The doctors there, they were so good and so fast with it, and they were able to operate on her immediately. And they told me straight away that that leg couldn't be saved. I mean, it was just hanging by a thread, so they had to remove that leg. Um, so it was after that. It was a long recuperation time. It took, I believe, 3 or 4 months because there were complications along the way. She was healing, but there were only complications like her jaw was broken as well.
Yeah.
Her other leg, her other back leg, the one remaining, showed problems as well. So we had to go through this whole ordeal, but she made it. She pulled through like a champ, and during that time I had very little money remaining because I didn't work for those 3 months, 3 4 months that was happening. So I was starting to slowly run out of money, and I had some Caspa tokens that I had mined, um, and I just had to sell them. I had to sell them, and I actually borrowed some money from my friends. I sold those tokens, and that's how I was able to pay for it. And 2 years later, um, that I decided that that would make for a great story to share with everyone, and it turned out that I was right. Everyone loves Caspy, and we're so thankful for everyone. The community is showing great support, and I've had conversation with people that serious people, day traders and stuff like that, and they're like, this is the meme coin that I believe in, which is, I'm
Yeah.
so happy to hear that. I mean, that's not awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a nice story. Like, I mean, I think the universe has to pay you back in coins, because you don't get many stories like this in meme coins. There's a lot of them launched, and like I said, your one is nice. You did something nice, and it's just a great story. But do you think you're going to be, the Bitcoin guy that sold pizza or sold all his Bitcoin to buy pizza back in the
I
day? Do you think in the future you're going to be that guy for Kaspa? Because it was six
I
million, wasn't it? And you've had it since 2022, so
Yeah,
like.
but at that time, 6 million cash was like, it was just under, I believe, $1,500. I think it was 1,200 or 1,300. So it was
Yeah.
it was not a lot of money at the time. Now,
Yeah.
yes, but at the time, no. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But it was worth it.
yeah, definitely, man. I mean, well, compared to the beauty that she is and how wonderful she is, I don't regret it one bit. It was all worth it.
Yeah. And when you found Caspy, you were on the way. You were going for a lad's holiday or a lad's weekend or something like that. And a few of
We
them were
had
very annoyed with you, were they? That you
we
kind
had a
of you didn't.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean
No,
to
no, no.
interrupt.
Go on, no, go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we had a trip planned to Spain actually, and one of my mates, not all of them, but one of them, he got really mad because he booked everything. He made a little preparation. He was so excited. He wanted to go on this trip for so long, and I wanted to go as well. But it just so happens that I took on this responsibility because I just had to, and especially there when I got there, there's the doctors when I got so I left Caspy there for, I believe it was a couple of hours during the surgery, and I came back and they were like so happy to see me there, because they told me that so many people, they want to do kind gestures, and they want to help stray animals and animals that they find by the side of the road, but they don't return to get them. They just leave them there, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be one of those people. I just wanted to, if I wanted to do this, I wanted to do it all the way and take care of her all the way. So yeah, I'm happy that I did. It's just we can go on a trip some other time, definitely, but a life, you had to act then and there, and I'm happy that I did.
Yeah, and some of those guys that you were going away to Spain with, some of them are on the team. Are they? Do they help you to get Caspy going?
Yeah, so a couple of them, they were on the team. So Cas Guru, he's been with me since the very beginning, and the other one is Albert, and he's one of the co-founders of First Answer, which is a Tao coin valid. I don't know if you're familiar with Tao, TAO.
Yeah.
He's one of the co-founders of First Answer there, which is a validator for Tao. And he helped me out a little bit in the beginning, but now he's much more hands-on. He's especially since I had this unfortunate thing happen with a listing exchange. I don't know if you know about that, but
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
yeah. So he's much more hands-on now. So these guys have been with me since the very beginning, and we also have a couple of key members from the community, like Dalton and Edgers, that they've been with us since the token launch, and they've been amazing help, showing great support, being there for the community, and just answering all the questions. So
yeah. But yeah, you're making a really good name for yourself, like as being a good person, as well as like developing Caspy. Like it's great. Like you saved Caspy, you used your Kaspa coins to pay for his surgery, and then something happened with a central exchange listing. If you can talk about that, but I know that I think you ended up paying for it out of your own pocket, did you? Because you just felt.
I have to, right? It's my fault, and I wanted to do this a little bit off the books, because there's an NDA basically, right? You can't tell anyone, and I wanted to do it. I was like, okay, how hard can it be? And I just went there. I wanted to fill up all this form that he gave me, and some things were there, like company name and stuff like that. It was a little bit too complicated for me. I didn't want to mess something up. So what I did was I went on Google, and I looked for a third party exchange, and I researched this guy, as much as I could. I mean, they had a 5-star rating on TripAdvisor. They apparently have been in business from 2019. They had testimonials and stuff like that. They even have pictures of them. So I was like, this guy seems legit. And from what I've heard, going through a third party to get listed is not uncommon. So I was like, okay, then let's just do it with these guys. And unfortunately, I got scammed out of the listing money. So I had to pay, obviously, out of my own pocket, because it's my responsibility. But it's a mistake that I learned from, and we're much more hands-on with this. We're double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking sometimes everything. So just to make sure that something like this doesn't happen in the future.
Yeah, there's a lot of scammers around, people losing tokens, and like yourself, exchange listings and stuff like that. But was that money donated? Is that why you felt that a bit guilty that you had to?
Yes.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we had no pre-allocation for Caspy. It was our fair launch. So everyone that wanted to mint and get their hands on, they could. We had no pre-allocation for no listings and stuff like that. So we had to do it through the community, and I just felt like it's my responsibility, and it is my responsibility, and I just had to take care of it. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and just I asked you this question before we went live, but that was a question I always wondered: what was she called Caspy since the start, or was it only since the token launch that she got a name, Caspy?
Yeah. So she didn't. She wasn't named Caspy for the longest time. I actually called her Sleeping Beauty, because especially during her recovery time, all she did was sleep. She didn't do much. She just eat, sleep, and that's about it. So I called her Sleeping Beauty. She didn't have a name, and I believe a year after this whole story, I just named her Caspy, because I thought about the Kaspa that I sold, and I was like, Caspy, that's a cool name. That's a catchy
Yeah.
name, and I was like, there we go, Caspy. It suits you. And
Yeah.
yeah, one more
Yeah.
year after that, 2 years later, it turned into this. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a great story. Yeah. I wouldn't feel bad about not having a name for her for a while. I have a daughter, and she didn't have a name for a week. We just called her Bump. So that's what she was called when she was in the belly. So yeah. So on Kaspy, so Kaspy got listed on CoinX, you got listed on XT, you started off on Casperbot and Casware, and I know you're waiting on MEXC. Is there any word about that, or is that still going to go ahead, or do you think?
Actually, with things getting closer, I can't really talk about that.
Okay.
It's a strange situation, but I'm under an NDA again. But
Okay.
if you guys are on our Telegram, you know what's happening, and I can't really talk about it. But it's coming. An exchange is coming. I can't name the one. You guys
Yeah.
probably know what it is, but I can't name it. So yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, we're listed on XT. We got listed on CoinX. We're on Casperbot. The first platform was Casperbot, and yeah.
Yeah. So the only one left that's is probably there's only a few of them doing the KRC20 tokens, isn't there? There's like
Yes,
PoinX,
it is. Yes, it is,
CoinX,
sir.
XT.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of them probably. But
yeah.
yeah. And did I hear something about Caspy's? You're gonna have your own cat food?
Yeah, we're working on a whole bunch of projects, man. I mean, there's all these things happening behind the scenes here. We're working on our cat food. That's correct. We want to do it very, 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 very elegantly, so to say. So we're gonna have a picture of Caspy, right, in the beginning, and then on the back of the packaging is gonna be like the whole story, and we also want to put Kaspa logo in there, because if we push, I feel like we should push people into the Kaspa ecosystem, not just into Caspy. I mean, if people get into Caspy, that's great and that's amazing. But I feel like if people get into the Kaspa ecosystem, then we're all stand to benefit and we're all stand to gain. And it's just another way to educate people a little bit about the whole system, you know. And
Yeah.
a part of, and if we put if we put I mean, I wanted to say that a part of the profits that we're hopefully gonna make from the cat food, they're gonna go to charities for animal charities.
Yeah.
So that's the plan as of right now.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a lot more than just a meme coin.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to do things outside of the virtual space, right? I mean, we have a meme generator we just launched on X. You can go there and you can make a whole bunch of pictures of Casper. You can make Caspy, sorry. You can make a whole bunch. You can put hats on her. You can make her smoke. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can just share her. You can just share her story, you know, on Caspy on Twitter in a fun way. But we also want to do things outside of the virtual space. So cat food would be one of them. We're also working on Caspy cartoons. So we're working with a great team. We're hopefully going to have some news about that in the coming future.
Okay.
We want to do like a little short videos just to spread the Caspy story, and you know, get people and, you know, children, why not, entertained about the story. You know, we also have one of my good friends. She's working on a Caspy storybook, like with illustrations for little kids, which
Yeah.
you know, because this story, I think it goes great with just teaching teaching kids kindness, and
Yeah.
I think it'll just go great. So yeah, we're doing things outside of the virtual space, but in the virtual space as well. So things are always moving here behind the scenes, and the community. I have to say, man, I've always given this. You know, I have to give a big shout out to the community. These guys are amazing. They've you know, they've been with us since the very beginning. I didn't expect it. I always say this, but I just didn't expect it to catch on. We've literally, you know, launched over a month ago, like 40 days ago, a little bit over a month ago, and to be able to achieve so much in such a little time, I never expected. I'm so thankful and just blown away, by this whole thing.
Yeah, the community's great as well as yourself. Like I've been dealing a little bit with how do you, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Edris, is it? He's been great at helping me out. Anytime I have something with Kaspy on, like he helps to spread the word, you know. So yeah, it's a great community. Um, you also started Caspy TV. So is it like a GoPro or something you have around Caspy's neck, and now you put up videos of like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
first
So
kind of like
we
a
yeah
one?
we
Yeah,
go to the park almost every day. So we figured, why not document this? Why not put a little camera? I saw videos of this on YouTube. There was this farmer guy, and he owned a whole bunch of animals. He owned like cats, dogs, geese, whatever, a whole bunch. He owned the farm, right? And he put literally on every single animal. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this. On every single animal, he put these little cameras just
yeah,
to get a POV out of them, and it seemed just a fun idea to me. And I was like, okay,
yeah.
let's do it. And yeah, Caspy. Every time we go to the park, we try to put a little camera on her, and she doesn't do much most of the time. She just sits in a bush, or maybe she chases a pigeon now and then. But it's
Well,
just fun to.
I saw the one where she climbed up the tree. That was good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There were
Yeah,
a couple of dogs that wanted to get a sniff of her, and she quickly dodged them. They didn't
yeah.
know what was happening. She was so
That's
high up.
that's the mad thing. Like for a cat with three legs, it doesn't seem to affect her too much. She's still really agile.
Oh yeah, definitely. The doctors, they told me her life it will be just like a normal cat's life. I mean, she's not gonna be very affected by this. She got, in a way, she got a little bit lucky because it's her back leg and not her front leg. So that
Right.
helps us out a bit. So yeah, she's just living her best life, man. And we had a vet appointment a couple of days ago, and just to get her checked up and see if everything's fine. And yeah, she's doing great. She's doing her, yeah, like I say, she's living her best life.
Yeah, brilliant. And has anybody recognized Caspy because she's famous or because crypto's not that massive yet? As you probably haven't had anybody notice her, have you?
No, not
Not
right
yet.
now, but on our roadmap, if we hit certain goals, then we definitely plan to have like a community meeting and where people get to meet Caspi in real life. But as of right now, no one recognized her. But we do, although she's not recognized as Caspi, everyone is
Hmm.
just loving her when they see her to the park in the park. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's different,
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
the reaction that people give, they're so funny. They notice her and they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's so pretty." And afterwards, "Oh no, she's missing a leg." And this reaction always gets to me. It's so funny. They always have the same. This first they notice how pretty she is, and then they miss that she's missing a
yeah,
leg. It's
yeah.
really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. Yeah, I don't have anything else. It was great talking. Did you have anything that you want to say yourself?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, things are always happening in the beginning and in the background, and we got listed on exchanges. And I have to say this: we are no longer looking for small exchanges anymore. We're looking for the big boys, and
Okay.
if I believe we can achieve that. If we can't achieve that, then that means we're doing something wrong because I think the story can go much further. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, we're looking for the big boys now.
Yeah. Well,
And like I said, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say people always like I always think of Turbo. You know, Turbo had a bit of a backstory with the art guy. You know, he was
Yeah,
getting crying on the video and all that. But Caspy similar to that, but you know, it's an even better story. So yeah,
yeah,
like you, when it does get out there, I think it's gonna do really well. Like Caspy wasn't my biggest holding, but I've made the most on it. Like so, it's I know everything's not doing too good at the moment, but it
yeah.
really like shot up there. You know, it was amazing how quick it went up. And I didn't know about Caspy at the start. I only knew about the big ones, you know, Casper and Nacho and whatever. I didn't know about Caspy, and I would have been straight in there at the start, but I missed out. But I got in there eventually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we try to do a fair launch, and people just like I said, man. I never expected it to do it. I mean, we were still working on the website and stuff like that, and people got onto it so fast. I mean, I didn't. I checked it. I was literally thinking that okay, I'm gonna check this a couple of months afterward and see where we're at and the minting process. and we literally got minted in like 4 days, I think, or something like that, crazy like that. I mean, it was insane, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot we were going to go through some questions at the end, but it's just not really many questions. It's just showing some likes, showtime. Morning, meow, meow.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this again, man. I'm so thankful to the community. I just want to thank everyone that's there in the chat and everyone that's showing support for Caspy. These guys are great. Like I said, you know, Idris has helped you out a bunch of times. He's helped me out a bunch of times. He's helped the community a bunch of times. Some of these guys, I literally don't know when they get some sleep, man. When they get some shot, I'm getting DMs 24/7, always coming up with new ideas, and these people are great, man. They're awesome, and such an amazing community to have. You know, I'm not saying that Caspy is special as a community, but I've been on the internet before. You know, I've been on Twitter for some time, and I gotta say, man, it's just great to see this much love and this much support and so much you know, funness to have for a story and a Telegram group. It's so awesome.
Yeah, no, 100%. Will you come back on and talk to us in the future?
Oh, absolutely, man. I love it. Again, thank you for inviting me to do this. It's been great. And thank you again for waking up this early.
It's okay. Yeah, I was telling Kaptain I had a bit of a panic attack because the clocks went back an hour here at 2 in the morning on YouTube. It didn't seem to compensate for it. So I was panicking about that. But then I got up in the morning too early. I got up an hour. It turned out to be like 2 hours early. Because when I sat down in front of the computer, it had fixed, the time had adjusted and the countdown had adjusted. So I was up too early. So yeah, but better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can just throw this out there just to, you know, let people follow us on Twitter and, you know, try out this new generator that we have with Caspy, you know, put on a cool hat for Caspy, put on like a Naruto hat on her and stuff like that. Just share that on Twitter. And we appreciate every single one of you. I mean, you guys are awesome.
Cool. Here's a comment here. All I have to say is when this cat is dead, then the price will move up sadly, but it's true. Okay, I shouldn't have read that. That's not a very nice comment.
That's a long time from
there.
And, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah,
at least 60 years, human years.
Yeah, she's only young, isn't she?
Yeah, she's I think the doctor told me she's probably 3 or 4 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So loads of time.
Yeah, loads.
Okay.
Loads.
All right, Kaptain. Cheers. Appreciate you coming on.
Cheers, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone in the community. Thank you guys so much.
I'll see you again. Bye.
Bye.